quests, and do little things like that. Basically, really just open up the rest of the world. Attack a bunch of mercenaries, get some extra gear, do a couple of builds. Maybe, if it interests you. But there's one thing that I really, really do not want to see return in the next Assassin's Creed, which should be towards the end of 2020. I'm Darkstrider, the YouTube Assassin, and let's talk about how absolutely crappy the grind was. So we all know that starting with Assassin's Creed Origins, Ubisoft decided to make Assassin's Creed pretty much an RPG. And that really wasn't that bad of a direction. They've given us a lot of quests that we can do. They've given us abilities. They've given us ability points. We could create our own sort of build according to how we play. They give us the option to actually modify and change our characters, our design, and basically what we want them to not only wear and look like, but just our play style, warrior, assassin, and hunter. So there are a lot of things that they modified. And like I was saying before, abilities as well. You can modify your abilities to play to your play style accordingly, as well as the masteries. It increases our play style. So that isn't too bad, honestly. Going a step further, they let us have the ability to even modify our ships. Our ships could have their own build based on the characters that we collect and who we have involved. So, I mean, that actually gives us a lot of diversity as far as the game goes. It's just that in order to achieve these things, you really have to grind out a lot of XP. Now, as far as role-playing games go, is Assassin's Creed a good RPG? I'm sad to say, even though I love the Assassin's Creed series, by no stretch of the imagination is this a good RPG. Now, my reasons for that are just kind of common sense. Honestly, they do give us plenty to do. They do give us plenty to explore. You do get a bunch of experience points for like locating something and unearthing it, finding things out. You do get XP for like, you know, just if you find something that is just there, you gain XP. They give you ample opportunity to gain XP. There are tons of things to do in the world. The thing is that for starters, it's really, really overwhelming. And then the other thing is you really do not get a lot of XP for doing any of the objectives that there are. And then they keep pushing the goalpost back further and further. As you can see, in order for me to get another point of experience, or in this case, for me to get another ability point, I need, let's see, that is 2,491,000 XP. Okay, that's almost 2.5 million points of XP. And the thing is that as I go along, for completing objectives, you'll gain like 1,500 XP. You really don't have an opportunity to really gain a lot of XP. As you can see, I just killed somebody. You look at the upper right hand corner and it shows, look at that, 600 XP for that guy. I mean, this is quite the grind, and it doesn't get better. For completing the objectives, you really don't get rewarded enough. So now, I also want you to keep in mind that I also have an XP booster. I have an XP and Drachme booster on my character, and this is all I'm getting. Anybody who doesn't have that, they're going to see way less gains, way less returns for what they have going on. And that's really not fair. They're keeping you locked into the game. As you can see, I just completed this military camp. Let's see what I get. 9,000 XP with an XP booster, and I have 2.5 million XP I need in order to gain another level. That is ridiculous. So if you completed everything on the map, you may level up. And the thing is that at lower levels, that's acceptable. At higher levels, that's really not. Assassin's Creed Odyssey does hit a lot of normal marks as far as an RPG goes. It does have a story, it does have side quests, it does have random enemies that you can fight or choose not to. You can run away from the fight, you can continue the fight. There is XP, there are XP bars, there instead of magic is adrenaline. So it does hit a lot of marks that you would find in an RPG. The thing is the grind. Every RPG has a grind, okay? I don't care what RPG you're playing, you are going to grind out some XP. As far as I like to do in traditional RPGs, I like to go by the rule of 5. I like to be at least level 5, depending on the simplicity of the game, before I encounter the major big bad for that section, or before I actually go on to like the next town, etc. Now, Odyssey does kind of follow that format in the sense that the first big bad you ever come across is going to be Talos, the Stone Fist, who is a mercenary that you will attack. But the thing is that you can't kill him until he's level 5. One of the things as far as RPGs go, though, all RPGs have always had a level 99, as far as I know. I mean, with some exceptions. Back in the day, the original Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior for the original Nintendo, that had, I think, level 14 was the highest you can go. The same thing with a game called Sword of Vermilion for the Sega Genesis. That was another game where the max level, I believe, was 14 or 15. So back then, you really couldn't go that high. But the thing is that you could level up. You could do whatever you wanted in order to level up as quickly as possible. So in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they end up going, we started where the highest level was level 50. And me, myself, I pride myself on being a trophy and achievement whore. So I, of course, would get to level 50 just so that I could get the achievement and trophy. But the thing is, in most traditional RPGs, you only need to be about a third of that. You could be level 33 to 38, and you'll be able to just rock out and defeat the final boss. So there was never, any need to like actually go to 99. A lot of us did it just to see how strong we would get, and in order to do like certain side missions, like here I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, there are bosses that are, I mean, you don't need to fight them, but they're called weapons. These massive, massive beasts. And I mean, you really have to have your A game, you really have to have your materials in place, you really have to have a high level. A lot of energy, a lot of magic, a lot of everything. So in terms of Final Fantasy or Assassin's Creed Odyssey, just imagine you fighting a super boss, and you have to have the perfect engravings, the perfect gear. You know, it would be the similar thing. So, I mean, it does follow some tradition. But like I said, what's really lacking is the grind. As you can see in this game right now, I'm grinding out some XP because I would like to be a certain level before I actually get to the end of this section where I fight my very first boss. And the thing is that, I don't need to. I can go and do it now. It's that easy at the current level that I'm at. But the thing is that I am just a difficult person when it comes to RPGs. I like to be fully prepared. I like to be really leveled. I like to be a little more powerful than the boss that I encounter. And, that way it just makes the fight easier for me. But that's my choice. I can choose to do that or not to do that. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you kind of have no choice. You have to be a certain level. They even give you guides on the map as to what level you should be before you reach that region. So again, Final Fantasy, yeah, you could do it, you could take it or leave it as far as your level in certain scenarios, but In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you really need to have that minimum level in order to really survive, unless you just have great gear, great engravings, and you're pretty good at the game. You could play enough of Assassin's Creed Odyssey when you first start playing, and you could reach level 10 easily after, you know, like maybe 5-6 hours, something to that effect. And that's if you were continuously just playing and obtaining things, doing quests. Before you leave Kefalonia, you could hit level 10. So that's pretty easy. Going beyond that, it actually takes a lot of work. So Ubisoft actually wants you playing, and especially they want you playing online. Why? Because they take information. As you're playing, they're gathering information, they're gathering intel. They're trying to see what quests you're doing, what do we like more of, what do we like less of. They try to continuously get you going. And that's with any online game. But Ubisoft really took it there. So your grind was just nasty. And not only was the grind nasty, but I mean, you even had to grind out your armor, your weapons, things like that. So they did everything they could to really keep you in the game. And while, you know, they could have done that and kept your interest, instead, they tried to continuously just have you grind. And the thing is that just got sickening. It got to a point where it was just aggravating. Some of us did it just because, you know, we wanted bad. We could go and fight any boss. We could take out every and any mercenary or anything like that. So, I mean, it did have its merits. And in us doing that, we kind of got sucked into the game. But the thing is that, as we see from the Discovery Tour, you didn't get to enjoy the game. You didn't get to experience the game. If you play Discovery Tour and you look at all the things that like it has to offer, there's a lot of stuff that we missed, a lot of history that we didn't see. And that's all because you were just busy grinding away. You were trying to complete every objective. You were trying to get to the highest level. You were trying to get enough mastery points to make a decent build. And we were rewarded with this crap, with low XP. So you had to like go across all of Greece. Now, granted, Greece is huge. There are tons of places for us to explore and go to and find and uncover and defog and do. But the thing is that even after you do every single thing on the map, you found every single item, every single location. You left no question mark unturned. You did everything. At the end of it all, you still don't have the XP, the levels, the ability points that you really wanted. So you had to grind out some more. Some people actually went and did the New Game Plus, like where they wanted to be. And even that wasn't enough. Before XP glitches, before the XP twerk, and especially before the Drachmian XP Farm 5.0 that had come out recently, most of us were already at level 99. But the thing is that we still wanted more. We still wanted to be gods, and we went in. We did whatever we could. Once these farms came out, we took advantage of it just so that we could get all the extra XP and stuff like that that we wanted. Now, a lot of people were against it. A lot of people felt, oh, it's cheating. You know, it kind of makes me mad that, you know, somebody else could start the game today and just automatically get level 99 and stuff like that. And I mean, I understand that gripe. I understand, you know, that kind of hatred towards that. But at the same time, you got to understand that their level 1 weapons, armor, and gear doesn't benefit them at all. You know, they still had to grind out to like make all that kind of stuff happen. And the thing is that like anybody who went just from level 1 to 99, in reality, you know, they started as level 99 noobs. Like the game was harder for them because they had to go and acquire all that gear. And then the thing is, you had to upgrade the gear. That's another problem. Upgrading was phenomenal. I mean, just to upgrade a piece of equipment, you have to have like some ungodly amount of, leather, of like this over here I see a lot. The obsidian glass, of course, the ivory in bulk. So, I mean, not just grinding XP, you're also grinding just an insane amount of materials. And I mean, at some point, that kind of bores you. And here I am again with a 50% XP boost, and I'm still nowhere near this 2.5 million XP that I need. And I've been doing a couple of quests, and I've been running around and whatnot. It doesn't make the game fun. The grind does not make the game fun. And I understand that they try to keep you playing because they're absorbing all kinds of data from you and everything. 250 hours of gameplay in, and you're still playing, maybe because you're kind of interested, maybe because you didn't complete all the quests or everything there is to do on the map, or maybe you're on your second or third playthrough on a new game plus. But the thing is that at some point, this is going to get like really ridiculous. It gets, kind of boring. You want to like put the game down. So why would they do that? It kind of almost feels like an MMORPG, which is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. Things like Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, EverQuest, things of that nature. Those keep you playing, but the thing is that there is so much to do that you never really get bored. There's so many things that you can accomplish, so much armor to stronger. You could change classes. You could do things of that nature. They keep you locked in like that because every month they're collecting a check. They're collecting a fee. So if 10 million people are playing this MMO and let's say it's $1 at the beginning of the month that you have to pay, that means that like if 10 million people are playing and it's only $1, they made $10 million in 1 month just for a subscription fee, just for you playing. So now, what does that do if it's $10 a month, $14 a month, $20 a month? They're making bank. So they really do want to keep you locked into the game. They really do want to continuously put new things in. They really do want to just keep you entranced and trying to get like stronger and better and more wrapped up in the game. They're giving you more story. They're uncovering more stuff. There's secrets that you find in those games. In Odyssey, not so much. You're basically completed the game, and now you're just doing all the side quests basically because you want to have some kind of build. And the thing is that they even give you, the DLC. The DLC really is there to kind of keep you playing and entranced and everything like that. But at the same time, it really doesn't cut it because you're still not obtaining all of the ability points, all of the mastery points that you want. And in my case, as you can see, with this file, doing all those XP techniques and exploits, my masteries are full. All of my abilities are completely done. So I don't really need to continue to do this, except for like doing videos to like give you guys advice, trying to help you guys out and stuff like that. That's the only reason that I even turn this game on anymore. That, and I do the quests every day just so that I could get the ore, because I really do want to get those last few items that I got that I have left to get on the store. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even be playing right now. And stuff like that, speaking with their hot tuna booty breath, saying crazy things like, only kids need to cheat, and the game is so easy and things like that. I understand that the game is easy. I understand that you could grind through, but the thing is that you didn't get a chance to really enjoy it. You just ran around and killed stuff. And maybe that's what you like to do. Maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe that's all you need to do. But some people like to do a little more. They like to get engaged. They like to get engrossed in the story. They like to actually be brought into this world of ancient Greece and actually enjoy the game. And for some people, they don't want that. They just want to run around and kill, and okay, that's fine. There is no wrong way to play this game. You play it the way you want to play it. But the thing is, you have to understand that not everybody wants to have the same exact experience. Some people want to have different experiences and enjoy different things. So for that reason, the grind was such a pain. On top of that, some people have responsibilities. Not everyone has no life or lives in their mom's basement or, just doesn't. Some people have families. They have responsibilities. They have things that they have to do. They have things that they have to accomplish. Not that everyone who has that kind of time, sits in their mom's basement or has no life, but there are some people that game. That's not like some people. Some people, they're a single parent, they come home, they have to actually go and cook for their child. They have to do things for their kids. They have to check homework. They have to, maybe go shopping after work. They do all kinds of things. Not everybody has the same experience, and not everybody has the same amount of time. So there are differences in that. So the thing is that, just because somebody decides to take a shortcut doesn't mean that they're just a bad person or anything like that. And the thing is that some people actually do enjoy the grind. They feel the experience. They feel accomplished. And, to those people, that's great as well. There is absolutely nothing wrong with playing through the game for hours upon hours, accomplishing something, or facing a challenge and figuring, hey, I need to go out there and I need to be able to go and grind a little more XP, grind a little more materials for my items and things like that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay? That is fine. But the thing is that once you get to the point where you're really not enjoying the game because you feel like you just don't have the time, that really sucks. And they're not able to always go and do all these things, and it's just, the grind does not make it fun. And I really hope in the next Assassin's Creed game they do not have this massive grind. Or if they're going to have this massive grind, hide it with some great XP, excuse me, and some great find the subject. But what do you feel about it? Do you feel that the grind was too much? Do you feel that the grind was just right? Do you think that you would like to see in the next Assassin's Creed a similar grind? Or if they're going to give us a similar grind, would you like to see more going on? Because for some people, even though there was an overwhelming amount of stuff to do, you really didn't get involved. You really didn't get wrapped up in it. You just did what you had to do in order to reach your next level or ability point. So please, by all means, let me know in the comments below what you think of that. Other than that, I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out an awful lot. And as always, thank you for watching.